Good morning, faithful. Wake up, get that coffee in you. You know what time it is? It's game day. It's game day. Not only is it game day, it's also Trey Day. So obviously, as we know if you were vibing with us last night on the live, we were doing a live until like 11:30, 11:45 at night. The reason why we were is because Trey Lance will officially start today's game against the Texans. So Trey Day is officially on us. It is here. We see you guys. Let's go. SDS in the building. Richard says, "Hey Brad, I was sleeping. You missed a good one, Richard. You missed a good one. The live last night, the vibes were impeccable. We had a lot of people in there, and it was a lot of fun. We were all just vibing out with the news that Trey Lance was to start. But we also woke up this morning to some additional news. So let's unpack it. Let's take a look. Obviously, we understand Trey Lance is going to start. That means Jimmy Garoppolo is not able to go. As we heard all week, Jimmy was confident that he could play this Sunday. George Kittle was confident that Jimmy Garoppolo could play this Sunday. Kyle Shanahan was also confident that Jimmy Garoppolo could be available for the Texans today. However, we have gotten some news from Ian Rappaport that would say otherwise. It does sound like Jimmy Garoppolo is headed for injury, but again, not definitive. It is not definitive. There's a chance, a possibility. So as we have heard from Ian Rappaport today, Jimmy Garoppolo is expected to have surgery this offseason to repair the torn UCL and the chip bone fracture caused by the tackle that occurred against the Titans on Thursday Night Football. So, I mean, it's not trending in the right direction for Jimmy Garoppolo. Again, all the conversations this week, Jimmy probably could play. We're confident he's tough, all that kind of stuff. It does sound like Jimmy Garoppolo is about this close to being put on IR. It's going to be very interesting to watch. I don't know what the thought processes are. If he is going to play this year, do we want to necessarily put out the information that, hey, Jimmy Garoppolo is going to require surgery? But at which point will he require surgery? Again, this is where the information between Kyle and Ian Rappaport's sources begins to get a little muddy. We understand this information is likely not coming from the San Francisco 49ers. It is likely coming from people outside the team. So you can see there's a bit of a disjointed narrative in regards to the media. That is what it is. They can play that game, and we will watch. We will grab our popcorn, and we will eat it as they go back and forth and refute each other's reports. Hey, that's what we're here for. It's entertainment for us. So the new entertainment that we woke up with this morning is that Jimmy Garoppolo could require surgery. However, there's so much in between. There's so much in between with this situation. So we'll take it with a grain of salt. I imagine that Trey Lance will start not only today, but I will imagine he starts against the Rams. And if Trey Lance has 2 positive games in a row, how do you give it back? Like, let's be honest. How do we give the ball back to Jimmy Garoppolo in that standpoint? You can see how fired up the fan base is. Obviously, the locker room is a completely different dynamic than what the fan base is. They respond differently to things that we respond to, so it's okay. But it is going to be interesting what happens if Trey Lance comes out today, balls out, and then balls out against the Rams. It does feel like there is a switching of the guard right in front of us. What is going on, fam? We see you, my Steph. Let's go. So I'm excited for today. I think today is going to be a lot of energy. Obviously, with Trey Lance taking over at quarterback, a lot of hype's been coming out. A lot of hype's been coming out this week. Obviously, the 49ers knew that this was a likely outcome since Monday. That's why you see the media that has come out match. If they really, really did believe Jimmy Garoppolo was going to start, they wouldn't have pumped Trey up this week like they did. So it is very possible that Trey Lance is here to stay, and Jimmy Garoppolo could very well have taken his last snap for the San Francisco 49ers. And we're going to see today. We're going to see today if we can officially begin the Trey-offs. We are officially going to see the Trey-offs begin today. The 49ers right now control their own destiny going into the playoffs. So let's see if they take advantage of being able to control their own destiny. Now, right about now, as it sits, the 49ers have an 87% chance of making the playoffs. Yes, the Trey-offs begin soon. The merch is already getting developed. If the 49ers win today, they have an 87% chance of making the playoffs. If they lose today, they have a 55% chance of making the playoffs. If the 49ers lose today, they are back into that situation where the 49ers can get into a three-way tie with Philadelphia and New Orleans. Now, obviously, if the Panthers take care of business, the 49ers win, the 49ers can actually punch their ticket to that 6th seed today, and the Trey-offs could begin today. But we are going to find out. Like I said, there is still a world that exists where the 49ers get into a three-way tie with New Orleans and Philadelphia. And in that case, they don't make the playoffs. That's why a win today is huge. Absolutely huge. They control their own destiny. They lost it there for a second. They lost it there for a second. The San Francisco Dolphins really helped us out and got us back on track to the playoffs. And today, as Mason says, the San Francisco Panthers need a win, especially if the 49ers win. He's exactly right. If the Panthers get a win today, it really does help the 49ers move forward into the playoffs and clinch a spot. We want the Trey-offs to begin today. We want them to begin today. We want to have our fate locked up. I guarantee you, we do not want to be waiting for other teams to get in, get out, do all those types of things. No. Win the game today. Take care of business. Win with Trey Lance. Build up some momentum into week 18 against the Rams. Who knows? The Rams could rest people. Week 18. Another great opportunity for Trey Lance to go on the road away and see what he's capable of. Again, Trey Lance has played in SoFi. He has been there. He has done that. He played a decent amount in that Chargers preseason game. Now we get it. It's preseason. We get it. But I imagine the vibe will be pretty similar because if you guys don't remember, 49er fans completely took over SoFi Stadium against the Chargers. And I hope to see some of the same. Week 18. But today is a big day for 49er fans on so many different levels. Michael says, how's it going, Brad? Trey Lance will prove the haters wrong today. I don't know how you can hate Trey Lance. I don't know how you can call yourself a 49er fan and hate Trey Lance. Even if you like Jimmy Garoppolo, how does Trey Lance have haters? How does a guy who's played one NFL game have haters? I don't understand it, but to each their own, right? I think we can all agree that Trey Lance is the future of the franchise, whether you want to admit it or not. We are moving forward with Trey Lance. So if you're still stuck behind, I pray for your fandom because it must not be fun to be a fan for you to hate the quarterback that is going to be your quarterback potentially for the next 10 years. And you have a problem with that. I apologize to you. I apologize to your fandom. I apologize to your parents, whoever raised you to become a fan. They should have taught you a little bit better. It's okay, though. That's why I'm here. You come watch me. You come vibe with us. We'll show you how to be a proper fan. Again, there's no room for hating your quarterbacks. It doesn't matter if you are a Jimmy fan. It doesn't matter if you're a Trey Lance fan. Come on, people. Come on. It's week 17. Get it together. It's playoff time. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Joey says, let's effing go, Brad. Today's the day. Let's get this W 100%. Let's go. I saw someone ask a question. Where did it go? Where did it go? I saw someone ask a good question. I guess I can't find it. If you do have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. Jimmy fan here. Hey, we love you. Come sit down. Come sit next to us. There's no Jimmy fans, Trey fans, or 49er fans. Remember that. At the end of the day, 49er fans. It's okay to like a player, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, we are 49er fans. So we did this yesterday. I want to see what the chat has to think. We did score predictions. The average score prediction was about 31-17. I want to see, we probably got a little bit of a new group this morning. I want to see what your guys' score predictions are today. What do you think it's going to be? Again, yesterday when we did it, the chat was immaculate. We probably got over like 300 submissions for score predictions. But I would say the average score prediction that we got was, like I said, about 31-17. Do you guys agree? Do you think that's where it will be? Or do you think it's going to be a closer game? Or do you think it will be a blowout? Drop your score predictions in the chat. I will pull them up on the screen. Let's see. Joshua's calling a blowout. He's saying 37-6. It's going to be easy money. Gary's calling 27-10. Sean says 27-13. Again, kind of in that realm, right? Kind of in that realm. 26-20. Ooh, we got a blowout. 45-13. Trey has a day. Would love to see that. 28-13. 35-14 from Travis. Mario says 28-17. We got 28-10, 35-14. So you can see, I think 49er fans this morning are feeling real confident. 28-17. Jerry says 30-10. Good old 49-0. Cap Speaking says 27-17. So I think you get the vibe. It does feel pretty average. It's about a 1 to 2 score game, score differential. Like I said, the average is about a touchdown and a field goal. Hey, it could happen. It could happen. The Texans have. I'm so excited for today, guys. I want to talk about Trey Lance a little bit more. Obviously, it's Trey Day. You know the vibes. It's Trey Day. So we are going to talk about Trey Lance. And today, what I'm super excited to see from Trey Lance is I am excited to see the evolution of Kyle. That is what I'm excited to see. Now, again, we aren't privy to the game plan. We're not in those meeting rooms. I don't have conference calls with this was actually the question I think I saw earlier. I don't have conference calls. I don't know what they're going to do. The biggest thing that I want to see from Trey Lance today is I want to see what Kyle does. That's what I want to see. I felt like when the 49ers came out with the game plan against the Cardinals in week 5, it was quarterback heavy. And for it to be quarterback heavy in a quarterback's first career start, as a guy who was not prepared to be the starter for all of training camp, the beginning of the year, all of that, it was a bit of a head scratcher to me. Now, again, that could have been what they wanted to do, or it was they pivoted in real time in the game. Whatever it may be, I would love to see Kyle Shanahan get back and ensure that the run game is established early and often. I want to see heavy doses of Jeff Wilson, heavy doses of Elijah Mitchell. Trent Williams did a phenomenal, and I recommend you go watch it. It's probably my favorite interview of all time. Joe Staley interviewed Trent Williams on NBC Authentic over on their YouTube channel. Trust me, if you have not watched it, you should. I was smiling from ear to ear for the entirety of the time. I did not want it to end. However, what did Trent Williams talk about when he talked about what type of team they are, their identity, what they do well, all that kind of stuff? Running the football. He said, Trent Williams, the Silverback, said the 49ers are at their best when they are running the football. They are controlling the will of the game. They are controlling the line of scrimmage. That's when the 49ers are at their best. I damn near cried. Because I've been saying that all freaking year. And so I agree. And that's what I want to see. I would like to see a little bit more balance of an offensive attack. Do I want to see Trey Lance as a threat to run? 100%. I want to see RPOs. I want to see zone read. I want to see mesh. I want to see all of it. But I want to see it in a very specific, deliberate way that that's not just what we're doing. We're just not running zone read because we have a guy who can do it. No. I want to see the manipulation of the defense because now we have a guy who can do it. That's what I want to see. And so, just like Trent was saying, Trent wants to run the football. Brad wants to run the football. I get it. Trey Lance is in there. It's exciting. I want to see play action. I want to see Trey Lance under center. I want to see Trey Lance operate play action, naked boots, moving the pocket, doing those kinds of things. I want to see a game in which that feels fluid, feels functional, from play caller to execution. That's what I want to see. It starts with Kyle and ends with Trey. It starts with the offensive line. It starts with how they block. It starts with how they control the line of scrimmage. 2 running backs, Jeff Wilson, Elijah Mitchell. And then you just pop off Kittle, Debo, and Ayuk. Trent Sherfield potentially is going to have a baller game. Watch out for Trent Sherfield. That dude's posting like he has not posted on social media all year. Hey, just saying. When players start acting up a little bit on social, we could be in a big game for Trent Williams. I'm sorry, not Trent Williams. Trent Sherfield. Because if you recall my coverage of training camp earlier this year, what we saw in training camp was a beautiful connection between Trey Lance and Trent Sherfield. Not only through training camp, we saw it in preseason, but of course, as Jimmy Garoppolo was in, we did not see a lot of Trent Sherfield. However, I am wondering what we are going to see from Trent Sherfield today with Trey Lance in the starting lineup. I actually would not be shocked to see a little bit more Trent Sherfield opposed to Juwan Jennings today, just for that simple fact of comfortability. So that's one thing that I'll be looking for. But my biggest thing with Trey Lance today is being comfortable, finding a rhythm. That's why I'm looking to Kyle Shanahan to develop the run early, is because I want our rookie quarterback getting a second start after the first one was put a lot on his plate. Let's keep it a buck. Put a lot on his plate. He got injured. Remember his mom watching that game? They kept showing the pans to his mom, and she was like, oh my gosh. That's how all 49er fans were that game. I don't want to see that. I would like to see a game that is balanced, where we use the threat of his legs just to see how to manipulate a defense. I would like to see that. Now, I want to see Trey run. I want to see Trey escape the pocket. I want to see him bounce outside the pocket. I want to see him keep his eyes downfield while looking for wide receivers to break free. I don't necessarily am looking for a ton from Trey Lance in the sense of I want to see X amount of rushing yards. I just want to see Trey Lance be able to maneuver the pocket, maneuver pressure, move up into the pocket, move side to side, escape if he needs to, escape through the middle. I just want to see a calm presence. I think that's the biggest thing for me today. Again, we haven't seen Trey Lance since week 5. He's a rookie quarterback who hasn't been developed as a starter since week 1. Okay, I got you. I kicked Nick. Hey, shout out Cap. Chat police. Hey, I trust the chat police. Chat police says to kick someone, I'm going to kick someone. So, Cap speaking, my chat deputy, you say to kick someone, I will kick them. I trust you. So, just for everyone else. So, you see someone acting a fool, call them out. I'm not always locked in on the chat. So, you see someone acting a fool, call them out. We'll boot them. But the biggest thing that I'm most excited for Trey Lance is just comfortability. Just seeing how he's going to respond. Seeing like the level of nerves, because against the Arizona Cardinals, you could see early that he was a bit nervous. And he settled in. He settled in, started throwing in rhythm, started throwing some beautiful passes, started making better decisions. So that's what I'm looking for. I just want to see Trey Lance settle in, make good decisions, take care of the football. I want to see how Kyle Shanahan manipulates the run game with 11 on 11 football with the ability to have Trey Lance run. So I'm excited. This could be a big day on the ground, and I would be all for it. I would be all for it. If Elijah Mitchell goes for 100, if Jeff Wilson goes for 60, 70, 2 touchdowns, I'm all for it. That's what I want to see. Again, Trey Lance can come away with 0 touchdowns, 175 yards. I don't care. As long as the offense looks like it's a functional offense and they are performing and executing, look in rhythm, and are playing complementary football, that's all we want. Because again, it's important to remember that this rookie is in his second start. Now, I think a lot of us expect Trey Lance to come out and light it up. We've seen flashes of that, like I said, throughout training camp, in preseason. We saw flashes uh, multiple weeks. We saw flashes against Green Bay. We saw flashes against Seattle. We saw flashes against the Cardinals. But now, with 11 weeks to practice, to find his role, to understand his role, to develop within that role, and now get another opportunity to start, I think we're going to see some improvements from Trey. But that doesn't mean he's a finished product yet. So it's very important to remember he is a rookie. Rookie mistakes could and will likely happen. So keep that in mind. However, I do expect the defense to be a big part of this victory. Again, their offense a bit underrated with Davis Mills as the starting quarterback. Whichever running back they implement, whether it's Lindsey or Johnson or whichever one that they put out, Rex Burkhead obviously went crazy against the Chargers. They have Brandon Cooks back. Brandon Cooks is arguably one of the most underrated wide receivers in the NFL. Um, he's a slot style body type, but he's a wide receiver who can run the entire route tree. He can make all the catches. So although he comes in a short stature, don't mistake him for not being a wide receiver one. So Brandon Cooks has the ability to literally cook the 49ers today. Obviously, Ambry Thomas will likely get the start with Josh Norman. Again, Emmanuel Mosley is not ready to go. Likely be Jimmy Ward and Kwaski Tart on the back end. No Aziz Al-Shaair today, so a lot more Fred Warner and all those guys up front to do the job. Elijah Mitchell is officially playing per Adam Schefter last night. So Adam Schefter tweeted out that although Elijah Mitchell was questionable this week, he is expected to play. So Elijah Mitchell will be available. We get a little bit of reinforcements back with Elijah Mitchell. Trey Sermon was not activated from IR, so he stays on injured reserve. So, but we're getting close, and I think the combination of Jeff Wilson and Elijah Mitchell will really benefit Trey Lance and the offense as a whole. Smack Jones says hashtag Trey Day. Want to see how Kyle opens up the downfield shots. Trey can throw it deep, and I hope he opens it up. And we need that for to succeed in the playoffs. I agree. I want to see um, Trey Lance and Kyle Shanahan scheme it up a little bit to take some shots. Because again, if we do want to be successful with the run game, we don't want the safeties crowding the box. We don't want them around the line of scrimmage. So how do you keep defenses honest? You take a shot here or there. You get a matchup that you want and you air that thing out. I agree. I want to see that. I want to see that arm talent put on display. Again, we're going to see probably more throws or attempted throws that likely we're not used to seeing from Jimmy Garoppolo. Obviously, Jimmy Garoppolo feels extremely comfortable over the middle of the field. Trey Lance is a little bit different. He's comfortable over the middle of the field, but he's also comfortable throwing outside the numbers. He's also comfortable throwing up the seam. He's comfortable pretty much putting the ball in a lot of different places. So I think it would be fantastic. And this too, Jesse, my guy. I agree. Play action deep first play would be fantastic. Oh, hell yeah. And we can still establish the run with that being the case because we want the linebackers to suck up. We want them to bite and bait on the run. We want the safeties to come up. But it's going to be interesting to see how today the response is, what they do. But Jesse has a great point. Play action deep first play just to keep the defense on their toes, get a little spark going at Levi's quickly. I like it. I like it. Chris Royal says, I see us winning by 14. My thoughts, I agree. I kind of have us in the 2-score range, whether it's a touchdown, field goal, or 2 touchdowns. I kind of agree. I think that is I would agree. The chat also agrees with that. We pulled them yesterday. We pulled them this morning. I would say that is about the average answer in regards to score differential. So we'll see. We'll see what team shows up today. What team shows up today? We saw a team that should have demolished the Titans. Give it up. So what team do we see today? On paper, yes. 2 touchdowns, 100%. But what do they say? Any given Sunday. So we are going to find out for sure. I don't think it really does rely on Lance as much as we're trying to build it up in our head. Like I said, if the 49ers can play good defense, good special teams, and just find a rhythm with Trey, whether that's throwing, running, play action, zone read, RPO, like I said, just a rhythm of keeping the defense guessing. If they can do that, that'll be fire. Cap speaking says, jealous you're going to be at the game. What jersey you rocking at Levi? I'm wearing the Trent. Like I said too, like I normally don't wear jerseys when I go to games because I do treat it like I'm working. But I'm wearing the Trent today. We're wearing the Trent today. I'm bringing out the Trent Williams jersey. So that's what we're rocking today. Drop in the chat if you're going to the game. What jersey are you rocking today? I'm definitely bringing out the 75th anniversary Trent Williams silverback, the GOAT. He rocking the Trent, the GOAT. Yes, we are rocking Trent today. So I'm very excited. We got Bosa out. Let's go. We see the Bosas. We got the Bosas out. So I'm pretty juiced about this game. Like I said, I think we're envisioning it to go one way. I think we are envisioning it to be a win. Of course, rock those Lance jerseys. Let's go. Let's go. We could think of a situation. Dylan says he's rocking that Lance jersey from the couch. Hey, that works too. Debo. Scarlet Red Kittle. Let's go. Ooh. Bay Bomber jacket. Fire. Rocking that Bosa at home. Yeah, if you guys see me at the game, come say what's up. Ooh, the lot 94. Ooh, wee. I don't know. Should I wear the white hat? I wore it. Yeah, and against that Titans game. I don't know. I don't know if Jimmy kind of ruined the white hat magic. Ooh, rocking the Hufanga. That's fire. Ooh, Jeff Garcia. Let's go. David says, I've been awake since the late night gang stream. I couldn't sleep. Too much anticipation for Clay and Trey. Ooh, underrated. Clay Thompson going to be back for the Warriors soon. Maybe in about a week. Ooh, return of the Kings. Let's go. Love to see that. Let's go. Rockin' Trey Lance from South Carolina. We see you. We see you. Got the Black Debo. Ooh, Primetime 21. Let's go. Rocking the Shanahan t-shirt. Hey, shout out the wide receivers for getting fined for wearing Kyle Shanahan t-shirt. I find it interesting. I don't think they got fined for wearing Wes Welker shirts. I don't know. I do not, but it's something that I've been thinking about. I don't know. I don't know a ton about Discord. I've been in a couple Discords. I've thought about it. We're going to be building more stuff out this offseason, though. That's for sure. So obviously, big point of emphasis this year. Oh, I want this jersey. Trey Lance, the Bison jersey. Ooh, I like to see that. Yes, they got fined. They got fined for wearing the Kyle Shanahan shirts. I think they got fined around $5,000. They got fined around $5,000 for wearing the Shanahan shirts pre-game. No fun league for a reason, man. No fun league. Let's go, Don Burr. Take care of business today. Yes, we are huge Panthers fans today as well. I didn't answer, I believe it was your question, Will, about Ambry Thomas. But we do need the secondary to come through. And I think the original question was asked about what do I think of Thomas? I like Thomas's development. I like Thomas's development this year. I think Ambry Thomas, again, my baseline started with Ambry in training camp. I actually had an opportunity to watch him at the Senior Bowl. I just didn't know. I didn't even have him on my radar at that point. I do have a clip of Ambry getting beaten one-on-ones. So that was my first experience. Then I saw him in training camp. Ambry Thomas was getting beat a lot in training camp. He was getting beat a lot. I think it was one of the most constants of training camp was Ambry Thomas getting beat. So to watch his progression, not only from training camp to the game, but what he's done from the Bengals game to the Titans game. Again, he went from the Bengals game getting cooked, penalties, just not in position, just a bad game. Falcons game went to being in position, opportunities to make plays, just didn't do it. Then against the Titans, he made plays. He made some pass breakups. And I think he held AJ Brown to 46 yards. And really the biggest play he gave up was that freak throw from Ryan Tannehill across his body. That was literally just a jump ball. So I think Ambry Thomas is developing nicely. I do. Is he quite there? Is he quite where we want him to be overall? Not necessarily, but the growth is what again, when we talk about rookies, the evaluation of a rookie is much different than the evaluation of a veteran. Just like the evaluation of Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be much different than the evaluation of Trey Lance. Jimmy Garoppolo, I believe, is an 8-year veteran. Has been to 2 Super Bowls, played behind Tom Brady, and has been paid a lot of money. Trey Lance is in his second start now. Has he been? Did they trade a ton to go up and get him? Yes, they did. But that doesn't change the fact that he's a rookie. He's still a rookie. So with Trey Lance, it's important to kind of dial in expectations so you aren't disappointed by unrealistic expectations. So there is a range of outcome where Trey Lance looks good and could look better. That is possible. So I'm just excited. I'm just excited to see the growth from week 5 to now. That's the biggest thing that I'm looking for the evolution of the offense, looking for the evolution of Trey. What does Trey look like from week 5 to week 17? How much does he look like he's grown? How much more comfortable has he been? So the points of evolution and evaluation are much different for those two people. Much different. There are going to be people who are going to keep the same energy for both. It is what it is. That's just how it works. But it is important to remember Those two are completely different. They are completely different in regards to football evaluation. You do not evaluate them the same way. It is impossible. They are not aligned in regards to evaluation. So, with Trey Lance as a player evaluator, it is important to remember this is a second start. This is a second start. So, just remember that. Eugene says Trey Lance has had doubters his whole career. Facts. He wasn't offered a scholarship to play quarterback. I believe or a major D1 scholarship. He only got a Scully offer from North Dakota State. Mindset, work ethic, physical gifts, plus proving doubters wrong. He really seems to have the ingredients needed to be a star in the NFL. He does. He's just young. He's 21, man. Could you imagine being 21 and having the weight of a franchise on your shoulders? Just remember that as well. So he has the traits, he has the intangibles, he has the measurables, he has it all. Just remember, it takes time. Not everything happens right away. But great points, Eugene. Thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. So I'm excited. I'm excited because we really going into this game not knowing. We don't know. We don't know what we're going to see. We don't know what Kyle's going to do. We don't know. So I'm excited. I really am excited. I think the energy at Levi's is going to be fantastic. I'm getting ready to head out there probably in about 15 minutes. So I'll be heading out the door, heading to Levi's. You guys know how I do. I get in there early. I get in when the gates open. Your boy's in there. I'm like running. Trey Lance. No. I'm getting content early. You know the vibes. We'll be posting to Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. All the platforms are going to be covered. Obviously, we're going to be grabbing video from pregame, all that type of stuff. You know where all eyes are going to be. All eyes are going to be on Trey Lance. Probably do a live from the stadium. So we'll see. We will see. Oh yeah, I'm dressing super warm. I can't wait. I'm dressing super comfortable. So I hope to see you guys there. If you guys are there, you do see me, say what's up. Like I said, I'll be working, so I'll be zoned in. But always come say what's up. And we're gonna have a day, guys. This could be it. Like this is potentially we could see the start of an era. This could be it. This could be like literally Trey Lance could be the quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers for the next 10 years, next 12 years. And it could start today. We could potentially see a situation where we don't see, again, injury does happen, but overall, from a starting franchise standpoint, that Trey Lance is the guy. So we're going to see. It's going to be wild. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm excited to get there. I'm about to head out. You guys, if you're going to be there, be loud. If you're on your couch, be loud as well. Who cares? 49er fans have a lot to be excited about today because it is Trey Day. Today is Trey Day. And we have a big opportunity in front of us to clinch the playoffs. Again, it's not just Trey. We have an opportunity to clinch the playoffs, get into the dance, and that's what we want. And if we can get hot now, I'll take it. I will take it. Eugene says, do you think Kyle's seeming obsession with perfection doesn't jive well with developing a young quarterback? Mistakes need to be made for Trey Lance to improve. Yeah, I do agree. I always felt like there was a reason why Kyle Shanahan was very adamant about trading for a starter, Deshaun Watson, potentially Sam Darnold. I think he didn't want a rookie quarterback. I don't think Kyle specifically himself is I think he can be hard on guys and his demands and what he expects. And it could, again, He's technically the wide receiver coach. Now we call it, the Wes Welker's the wide receiver coach, but in all reality, Kyle Shanahan is the wide receiver coach. And what position have we seen players wash out the most from? Wide receivers, guys who have not developed like we thought they would, guys who have taken steps forward, but then take 30 steps back. So we'll see. Again, I'm not in the building. I'm not there day to day, so I can't evaluate like that and give a definitive answer. But I do think Kyle likes veterans. I think Kyle likes guys who know what they're doing, knows what's expected of them, and they go to work. I don't think Kyle necessarily loves holding rookies' hands, teaching them how to do it, learn the ins and outs, and doing all that kind of stuff. Exactly. Ayuk is the example. I don't think he necessarily loves that. I think that's why we look at them trying to obtain a lot of veterans, a lot of veteran starters, and things like that. And he also acquires guys that he has familiarity with. I think that's another important piece. So I think Kyle knows, his strengths and his weaknesses, and he builds his roster out accordingly. But we're gonna see. We are gonna see what that development looks like today. Let's go. Tanya's on the Amtrak to the game right now. Let's go. You'd love to see it. I'm about to head that way and do all that good stuff. So I will see you guys on the other side. Shout out to everyone who joined this morning. Shout out to the late night gang, everyone who pulled up last night. The live was legendary. I'm excited, guys. We have a lot to be excited about today. Playoffs, Trey Lance, an opportunity to right the wrongs of that Thursday night football game. There's a lot at stake. So let's bring the energy today. All right, let's go. Cap, make me cry, man. He said, appreciate your grind, Brad. Saw you were live last night and already back to it. Make sure you get yourself a cup of coffee. I got my coffee right here. I'm going to need some more. But Sourdough Squad, we see you undefeated. Appreciate you, Cap, as always, holding it down. I might have to call you chat deputy. You might be the chat police from here on out. But again, appreciate you all. Appreciate you all for watching. If you're new, subscribe, join the Sourdough Squad. All you got to do is subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, and we vibe. And so I'm excited because a new era begins today. Let's go, fam. Like yeast, we rise. Let's get this dub.